What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we got the Brooklyn Nets, a team that had a very eventful offseason when their two best players both requested trades. Ultimately, neither one was granted it. They're both here for today's video. Our goal is to obviously get them a championship. So with Kyrie Irving most likely being able to play every single game except when they're in Toronto, I'm assuming that this team's probably going to be better than the play-in this past season, which they were in. They lost the Celtics in 4 games, were absolutely, I don't want to say destroyed because like a lot of the games were close, but here in today's video, we're going to have them both the entire time without injuries on. I wouldn't be shocked if this team was a top 4 seed. And finally, before we do get into the video, I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. I'm going to be getting into some of the my NBA era stuff, and I'm really excited to check all that out. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me know any other normal rebuilds you want to see as well. Of course, if you guys are new around here, have not joined the community yet, we're on the road to 40,000 subscribers, so we would love to have you here. And yeah, man, let's see if we can get this Brooklyn Nets team and franchise a championship, because it was a tough offseason for them. Let's hop into it. Let's take a look at this Nets roster right now. And again, this is not a realistic rebuild. I just want to put that out there. I still get comments that it's kind of funny saying, why would you make this trade? This is so unrealistic. Well, welcome to my channel. I don't really do realistic rebuilds, but let's get into it. Kyrie Irving obviously ended up accepting that player option. Who knows what's going to happen with him past this season, but in today's video, he's here, and I can probably re-sign him pretty easily. I'm excited to see Ben Simmons hopefully finally take the court with the Nets. The way I'm going to do this today, I'm actually going to probably start him at the power forward spot. I know there's also been some rumors they may even start him at the center position, so I just think it's a complete waste of talent if Ben Simmons is healthy to have him come off the bench in any sort of capacity. Not that I think they're actually going to do that. I've just seen some people say that it's a possibility. We got Seth Curry, obviously a good sharpshooter to have on this team. Probably not a bad idea to have somebody like him when you do have Ben Simmons in your starting lineup. Edmund Summer, I believe, signed a 1-year deal with this team this past offseason. Yeah, I was into Indiana last season as well. Actually, did he just not? Whoops, wrong button. I'm all over the place. I hate how it goes back to like the original screen. Did he not play last season at all? I have no idea. Patty Mills ended up declining his like $6 million player option and then signed a 2-year deal worth similar money per year. I guess Patty Mills is very important to this team. Kevin Durant, who's in the first year of a 4-year max extension, you know, he obviously requested the trade. It wasn't granted. I mean, the ask for him was super high, and ultimately, I kind of get it. I mean, he's on a 4-year contract, and he's Kevin Durant. So I understood that. I didn't really think there was ever going to be a trade package. Really satisfied the Brooklyn Nets, but he's here. We're going to see what we can do with him and see if we can get him another championship. TJ Warren signed a 1-year deal with this team. This is a really good bench piece for them. I don't think he'll probably be in their starting 5. I mean, maybe in some rotations against some teams, but, you know, TJ Warren, especially in that bubble, TJ Warren was completely different. He's very good. Joe Harris is here. You know, another good sharpshooter. Probably not somebody that's going to be here long-term just based off of money. Maybe age a little bit. Cam Thomas, if you guys watched my Nets rebuild not too long ago on 2K22, he progresses super, super well. And I don't know if that's going to be the same here in 2K23, but we'll see and we'll figure it out. Royce O'Neal came over in a deal with the Utah Jazz. He was kind of one of the first pieces they moved when they're obviously blowing up their entire franchise. But I think it was just a first-round pick they got as a swap with like the Rockets or something like that. Markieff Morris, good veteran bench piece, and then Kessler Edwards here as well. Nick Claxton, I believe, signed an extension with this team. I believe that's an extension. Yes, it is. So he's probably going to be our starting center if he can continue to progress and play well. Durant Sharp will back him up for now. But with all those moves, we're probably going to make a move or two as well. I'll see you guys with some trades. This is probably going to be our one and only trade before we do start simming year 1. And let me explain to you why I'm doing this. Edmund Sumner is going to go over to the Golden State Warriors. We're going to get their unprotected first this year. I've done a couple rebuilds now. I did a couple off camera, and then obviously you've seen the ones I've posted. The Warriors sometimes aren't good in year 1. And if that's the case in today's video, that draft pick's obviously going to be huge, and we're not really giving up a ton of value. So Sumner's going to go over. He wasn't going to be in my rotation anyways. You'll see the way I'm going to do this. We also get Mac McClung back. But way I'm going to kind of do this, I'm going to move Joe Harris. He's going to be the backup shooting guard here. Goes down to a 74, but I can live with that. So he's going to be backing up Seth Curry. I also kind of want to get Cam Thomas some minutes. So, like, maybe would I prefer playing him, but I think Patty Mills probably the better player right now. Cam Thomas also goes down a couple overalls as shooting guard. I'm actually probably going to leave Cam Thomas backing up, I guess, Kevin Durant and TJ Warren. TJ Warren's probably not going to be somebody we can afford past this season. So Cam Thomas will eventually slide in, back up Kevin Durant. As you can see, I moved Ben Simmons to the power forward spot, and that's going to kind of be it with our moves. So let's set this rotation before the start of year 1. We only ended up making one trade, but it's one that's, I guess, kind of low risk, maybe high reward. I don't think the Warriors will probably suck. I'm just saying I've seen it happen, so that's kind of why I made it. And I'm actually pretty happy with the way this rotation is looking. It's Kyrie Irving and Seth Curry in the backcourt. Really no surprises there. Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons finally getting back into the rotation, hopefully. And then Nick Claxton at the center spot. The bench is not that great, but I think there's two things. We got some good veterans, and we got some young talent that definitely has some potential. So it's TJ Warren, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Durant Sharp, and then Patty Mills rounding out this bench. I wish, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Cam Thomas is not going to get any minutes in real life, because he will. But here in 2K, it definitely makes more sense for me, in my opinion, go 10-man rotation. Once TJ Warren's probably gone, then we get Cam Thomas some minutes. So I'm sure I'm going to have some comments about that, and I do understand where you're coming from. But this is the way it's going to look for year one. And I'm excited. I think this team should hopefully be a top 4 or 5 seed here in the East. Catch you guys at the end of year one. So I'm sure there's really no surprises here when you see Luka Doncic winning an MVP award after averaging 39.5 points, almost 11 boards, 9 assists. Yeah, this game, I was kind of hoping it would maybe get better and maybe somewhat more realistic numbers for Luka, because obviously he was super broken in 2K22 as well, but it does not, oh shit, sorry, I hit my desk. It does not appear that his numbers are getting any better, but Luka's still unbelievable. Congrats. Jabari Smith Jr., Rookie of the Year, number 3 overall draft pick. By the Houston Rockets, Andre Drummond, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. Nishan Highland, Most Improved. Ime Udoka, Head Coach of the Boston Celtics at 57-25. Coach of the Year. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I did not see what we were in the standings. I was kind of on my phone throughout this. And we're in the play-in. We're 43-39. It's not great. I can kind of live with it, though. I would have preferred to be a little bit better, obviously, but that's not terrible. I mentioned top 4 seed, and I was kind of hoping for it, but we'll see. Kyrie leads us in scoring. 27 points per game for Mr. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, TJ Warren. Actually going to be somebody who's pretty hard to replace off the bench. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get, Cam Thomas right here, eventually that replacement spot, but we will see. Claxton was pretty good. I'll take 8.5 and 9 from him. Seth Curry, not bad as well. TJ Warren, as I mentioned. Joe Harris, Durant Sharp, Mills. Let's keep going. Rebounds, led by Claxton. Assists was Ben Simmons. So, we are in the play-in, which kind of sucks because I didn't want to be in the play-in. And we got the Milwaukee Bucks, who are not a fun team to play as well. Probably going to be a top 2 seed in the East this year. So, let's see what happens. We win. Or, excuse me, no, we lose. I'm dumb. We now lost. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to send that. Well, we are back in the playoffs, and very similar to last year, we're taking on the Celtics once again. It was 2 versus 7 last year. It is now 1 versus 8 this year, and this team terrifies me, and I'm sure you can kind of see why. So let's go game by game with them. See if we can maybe put up a little bit of a fight here. We are down 2-1 in round 1. We are 2-2 with the Celtics. Okay, don't blow a 3-2 lead. And we blow a 3-2 lead. God damn it. All right, well, you know what? I'll take 7 games with the Celtics in the first round. Western Conference Finals MVP was Zion. Tatum wins his 2nd straight, I guess, technically, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And let's simulate the rest of the playoffs. And the Celtics get a little bit of redemption, if you will. Jason Tatum, ridiculous numbers of 38.5 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, 6 assists. Gets a little redemption, I'd say, for that not-so-great Finals performance the year prior. But we need to win a championship ourselves here. Let's hit league meetings. I forgot to turn these off. I would love to increase the salary cap, but I'm not going to. I know they basically do it every single year, but it really doesn't make a ton of sense for me to do it here in today's video. Let's take a look at the coaching staff. Steve Nash, who I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a real big fan of. I don't think many Nets fans are as well. So we're going to move on. Oh, boy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine I was able to somehow land Greg Popovich? No, he's not coming here. It would have been fun. Where are the? I wish they would just sort this in an easier way. They sort this just in the worst way possible, and it just takes way too long to go find head coaches. Wait, is this what the fuck? I hate how this is laid out. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna sign a head coach and I'll be back. I got Mike Stauffer. He obviously has perfect ratings. I signed him a lot in my videos, but it's just the head coach, so it really doesn't matter. Let's head up to the draft, see if we have any picks. I keep forgetting there's a new menu layout and shit. All right, so we got 16 of our own, 19 from the Warriors, and 16 in round 2 as well. It's not too bad. It's something we can definitely work with. I wouldn't mind maybe moving up a couple spots because I don't think I need both those picks, especially with how deep our team is. So I'm not going to move up to the top 3. Maybe somewhere late in the top 10. The Toronto Raptors own the 9th overall draft pick. We're going to offer them all 3 of our draft picks this year and see if we can go ahead and maybe get this done. So they didn't want to do that. How about if I just throw you? I'm pretty much out of picks. I'm not going to include another first, and it only takes another second. So we now have the 9th overall pick. We can kind of see who's available for us here on the board. I mean, I'm thinking positionally maybe a new backup point guard. maybe new backup power forward. I don't really know. So obviously we have some options here. Gregory Jackson is actually a backup power forward. He's a B- overall. It doesn't mean he's actually like an 80 overall. It just means he's probably somewhere in the mid to high 70s. And I think that's a pretty good pick. We're going to draft him. He's going to hopefully come in, be the replacement. I don't want to say replacement to Royce O'Neal, but probably going to be Royce O'Neal's replacement as he is a 78 overall. And I'm excited to have him here. I am going to bring back Royce O'Neal. I'm not just going to let him go. It makes no sense for me to do that here in an unrealistic rebuild. Qualifying offer is David Duke Jr. Probably not. Like, I don't really, you know what? I'll just give him a qualifying. It's a $2 million qualifying offer. Maybe it could be a bench piece for us. So obviously our number one priority now is Kyrie Irving. And he has a fat offer there from the Toronto Raptors. That's over $50 million a year. We're going to have to pay this man. That's the most it's going to let me give him. I'll give him a player option and a no trade clause. Does he want to come back here? Oh my God. We're going to lose out on Kyrie Irving. We are going to lose out on Kyrie. Are you kidding me? That's a swift kick in the balls. All right, well, I guess it's now time. Come on. I don't know if maybe I guess that's a little realistic. Like, I just don't know. I'm going to bring back TJ Warren. I'm surprised I have bird rights on him. And, yeah, no, Kyrie Irving is gone. I didn't even realize Seth Curry was a free agent as well. Well, we are in a tough spot right now. Kyrie Irving goes to the... Was it the Rockets? Or I thought it was the Raptors. I don't know why. I maybe misread that. Yeah, that sucks. And I need to find Seth Curry immediately and pay him because I need him to back off. I need to get him back, obviously. So now TJ Warren's probably going to be traded for a new point guard because Kyrie Irving is officially gone. The man just left us. Like, I'll give 2K some credit because, like, maybe that's somewhat realistic. I mean, the man asked for a trade. He's been linked to the Lakers about 28 million times. All of a sudden, we enter free agency, and he doesn't even want to come here. You know, he went to the Rockets, which makes no sense, but he's gone. So let's find some trades. I'm going to try to get Lonzo Ball here from the Chicago Bulls. I mean, at this point in time, we don't have a ton of assets. We don't have a ton of draft picks, and I need to get a point guard and one that's hopefully pretty good. So, Lonzo Ball, do you want to be my guy here? They did not want to do that trade. I didn't really blame him. It was not a very good trade offer. We're basically out of draft picks at this point, so I kind of have to go all in right now. I mean, I don't really have any other options. So, you want it, you got it. I don't even know if they're going to take this another second. Wow. So, it's a lot, but we got Lonzo Ball. We are officially out of draft picks. And, yeah, that's obviously not the best replacement in the world for Kyrie Irving, but it's probably as good as we were really going to do with the assets that we kind of had. So, I think I'm probably going to trade Royce O'Neal, see if I can get another first-round pick, and then I need to sign a new backup, shooting guard. Probably get somebody else at the backup point guard spot. We're going to be acquiring a top 10 protected 2025 first-round pick from the Charlotte Hornets for Royce O'Neal. I mean, we drafted Gregory Jackson. Royce O'Neal was just going to be kind of out of the rotation. So I'm pretty happy with the way this kind of worked out. I also do see the fact that maybe I could have started a Ben Simmons at the point guard spot, maybe started Gregory Jackson then. But I'm kind of happy having Lonzo Ball here. You know, he's obviously not the caliber of player that Kyrie Irving is, but I think his playmaking is really going to help this team, hopefully. So we got rid of Royce O'Neal. It's probably going to be Patty Mills next. He's just 34 and he's just going to keep progressing. So if there's any other, you know, point guards here that maybe I could trade for, I would definitely do it. If not, I'll just take a first-round pick. So let's just send him over. You know, I'll send him back to San Antonio. Feels fitting. All right, so we are now what? In the market for a backup point guard, shooting guard, and yeah, we need them badly. So let's look at some options here. Maybe a guy like Will Barton, pretty good bench piece right there. Is 32, so very not similar to obviously Patty Mills, but you know he's a little bit up there in age. Other options we are seeing, nothing really too good for me at the point guard spot. Honestly, Raul Neto might have to cut it here. He might have to. So we're going to be giving a lot of minutes to Lonzo Ball, but obviously Kyrie leaving us kind of hurt us. And yeah, this might not be a very good year, but next offseason, hopefully, we can turn it up and hopefully win a championship. But I don't think this is going to be our year. I'll see you guys in the rotation. So we had a pretty tough offseason. We lost one of the best point guards in the entirety of the NBA. He took his talents to Houston for whatever reason, and we had to find a replacement. And we did that in the form of Lonzo Ball. He's definitely not a bad replacement, but he's nowhere near Kyrie Irving. So it may not be another good year. This team is obviously getting a little bit older, and we might struggle a little bit. But let's see what happens. It's Lonzo Ball, Seth Curry, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Nick Claxton. Still not a bad starting lineup at all. It's just a little bit different not having Kyrie here. Bench unit. Gregory Jackson. I want this man to develop, so I'm going to go ahead and give him the most minutes off the bench. I know it's weird for me to typically give a big man, six-man spot. I typically don't do that. But yeah, we have some unforeseen circumstances today where we're going to do it. Cam Thomas, Durant, Sharp, Will Barton, and Raul Neto round out the rest of the rotation. Not a great bench. It was kind of the thing we were looking to work on this past offseason, and then we kind of got thrown in a tough spot with Kyrie. So we're still in a decent spot. It's not the best position to be in, but it's one that maybe we can build upon in the offseason. But we'll see what happens with this team. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. Second straight season of Luka Doncic winning the MVP award. Again, really no surprises there. Now, is there? Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year. Oh, my God. Those might be, like, I know how bad the new Jazz's uniforms are, but it hurts to see them. I'm not going to lie. Sean Highland, 6-man at Chet Holmgren. Whoa. Chet Holmgren, Defensive Player of the Year. Can't say I've seen that one before. Naz Reid, Most Improved. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I did not see our standings or our record. I was not paying attention. What the fuck? We are a 56-win 2 seed? I was fully expecting playing. How was this team better than last year? What? I'm not going to sit here and say Kyrie was the problem, but maybe Kyrie was the problem. I hate to say it. I do. My God. I did not expect that. KD, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Gregory Jackson, Lonzo Ball, Cam Thomas, Claxton. A 56-win 2 seed for this group? I mean, I'll take it, but that's surprising to say the least. And we got the Bucks again. Drew Holiday, Gary Trent Jr., Marjon Beauchamp. Oh, looks like they moved on from Chris Middleton for whatever reason, but let's see if we can beat the Bucks. I think that would be a really good statement kind of way to kind of open the playoffs. And we're 2-2 with them right now. We go up 3-2. And we win in 6. Moving on to the 6th seeded Miami Heat, who kind of upset the Celtics in 5 games. Wow. Whoa. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting Damian Lillard to be here, but he is. And yeah, looks like they either traded Bam Adebayo for him, or they just, I'm assuming they probably traded Bam for him, but interesting move nonetheless. And we are up 2-1 here against the Heat. We're 2-2 with them right now. We go up 3-2. Don't blow this, please. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We are in the Eastern Conference Finals taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And yeah, this was, it's so weird because, like, obviously the Cavs have always had, like, a good young core. But, like, seeing that all kind of put together with Donovan Mitchell here scares me just so much more. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost that team. I mean, no doubt we have the best player in the series. But, like, okay, we're up 3-1. Don't blow a 3-1 lead. Oh, 2K, we're not starting out my morning like this. Holy shit, we fucking... Oh. Kevin Durant wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. 28 points, almost 6 boards, 5 assists. I will take that. And, yeah, anybody surprised that Zion won the Western Conference Finals MVP? Let's take a look at this Pelican squad. It's CJ, Brandon Ingram, Herbert Jones, Zion, Jonas Valanciunas. They added Jonathan Isaac, Derrick Rose. 2 good bench pieces they added. If this team... What? What is going on? How is this team... I don't know how, like, the team... It's not like we got, like, better from last year. Like, you lose Kyrie Irving. You don't think that's going to translate into more wins. Never mind a championship. But I guess Kevin Durant just, I don't know, put the team on his back and went and got it done. I mean, my God almighty. I thought this was going to be a brutal season. I thought we were going to be in the play-in again. And it was not. It turned into a championship. So, I'll take it. I was surprised that it happened. Let's get into a final offseason. We'll skip over the draft lottery most likely just because we really don't have anything. Wow, the duality of the 2 New York teams. Knicks end up with the number 1 overall pick. We win a championship. Funny how that kind of works itself out. Obviously, Stauffer's not going anywhere. Just won as a head coach or championship as our head coach, and he has legitimately perfect ratings. Let's head up to the draft. Do we have any? I forgot, wrong fucking button. We don't have any draft picks this year. That's kind of fine by me. We're probably not going to make a ton of huge moves this offseason. I think maybe we could be in the market for potentially a new starting shooting guard. Other than that, probably not really. Claxton is a free agent. Do I just not have any sort of rights on Lonzo Ball here? It said Lonzo was a free agent, correct? Yeah, he is. Oh, it's still going to let me pay him. So it must be some sort of different, not something other than bird rights. I also want to bring back Nick Claxton. He's not the best starting center in the league, but he's definitely a very serviceable one. And actually, he's just technically an NBA champion starting center. So we got Lonzo and Claxton back. Those were obviously my 2 priorities. We definitely still have some work to do, though, as I don't think leaving this team for the same way for next year is exactly the best idea in the world. So let's see what we can find. So I have a vision for the way I think this team should work next season, and Lonzo Ball could definitely be a part of it. I'm going to try to trade him for Tyler Hero. Now, hear me out before you start freaking out. Tyler Hero's coming off a year averaging almost 31 points, almost 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. He would obviously be an upgrade over our current starting shooting guard in Seth Curry. You'll see the way I think I'm going to have this play out after this. I did not think that trade was going to go through. I'm basically out of first-round picks after this one, so, yeah. Unless it's a player I'm throwing in. Oh, wow. Okay, well, never mind then. We're going to acquire it's not Seth Curry. We're going to acquire Tyler Hero here. He's always going to be our number 2 option in the scoring department. I'm going to move Ben Simmons just back to point guard, and then I'm going to start Gregory Jackson at the power forward spot. He had a pretty impressive rookie campaign with 12 points, 5.5 boards, 1.5 assists. I'm going to take him as my new starting power forward. So our starting 5 is figured out. I actually might dumb this down to a 9-man rotation. I just don't know who I'd really cut out, because obviously the obvious choice here would be to get rid of Cam Thomas, but like I feel like the 10-man rotation is kind of working. So I obviously need a new backup power forward, and I need a new backup point guard as well. Let's look at some options here. I think a guy like Jayshawn Tate would be a great option for me here at the backup 4. And welcome to the team. Shooting guard spot might be a little bit harder, or excuse me, point guard spot. Let me actually sign Luke Kennard, and then I'll probably end up trading Luke Kennard immediately. And that's kind of the way we're going to go about this. And it's going to be our final season, obviously, and we are going to hope for the best. I'm out of picks completely. I need a point guard. Please give me somebody. Oh, boy. I'm not seeing any point guards. This is not the way I wanted to end this. Who is Dalton Rush? He has not even played yet. Looks like a rookie. Oh, boy. Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, I could just move Seth Curry to the point guard spot, but, like, do I want to do that? You know what? I'll just do that. We'll have Luke Kennard stay on this team. Seth Curry going to move to point guard. Actually goes up to a 78. Fine by me. I will see you guys at the rotation at the start of the 3rd and final year. We are fresh off what I would define as a surprising championship. Not one that I saw coming. I think we made some moves with this team, and I think this team got better. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It's Ben Simmons, Tyler Hero, Kevin Durant, Gregory Jackson, and Nick Claxton. Bench unit, Cam Thomas, Jayshawn Tate, Durant Sharp, Luke Kennard, and Seth Curry. I mean, I would say this team's got better according to 2K anyways. I mean, Tyler Hero comes in, I guess, I don't want to say replaces Lonzo Ball, but like we mixed and matched some things. We moved Simmons back to point guard. We are now starting Gregory Jackson. And I'm excited to see what happens with this team. I'll see you guys at the end of the 3rd and final season. We finally get a new MVP, and it is Ja Morant. 34.5 points, 7.5 boards, 11 assists. I mean, with that stat line, that's very much deserved. Cool. All right. Matas Buzelis, Rookie of the Year. Very good, apparently. I've never heard of him. I don't know the draft class at all. Dyson Daniels, 6th Man of the Year. Very impressive 6th Man of the Year campaign. In New Orleans, Chet Holmgren, Defensive Player of the Year for the 2nd straight season. Dyson Daniels also wins Most Improved. We went 61-21. And I will take that. I'm hoping we can win a 2nd championship today. That would obviously be great. 61-21 is absolutely beautiful, though. And we had the best record in the league. Let's look at the numbers and see how we did it. It was Tyler Hero. Wasn't going to expect 30 points a game out of him with, Kevin Durant on the team. But I'll take 23, and he leads the scoring, followed by KD. Gregory Jackson appears to be coming into his own. Really impressive season. Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Tate, Claxton, Sharp, Kennard, Curry, and the rest of the team. Claxton leads us in boards and assists was Kevin Durant. So we are simulating the play, and we are not in it. We got to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, Paul Reed, and B, they got Charles Bassey, Darius. That is a pretty tough bench they got going on right there. And they actually win game 1 against it, and game 2. What the fuck is happening right now? Are we seriously about to get... You win 61 games and you lose to that in the first round? What are we doing? Are we serious? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like... Joel Embiid's really good, and, like, James Harden is probably a little past his prime now at 35, but, like, really? I mean, Maxey in there? Like, all right. Well, we won a championship at least. That was a surprising... Jabari Smith Jr. Surprising way to... That hurts seeing JB in another uniform. Surprising way to end this video. And the Houston Rockets, wow, just what a kick in the dick. Kyrie goes on to win Finals MVP. So, not the way I thought the video would end, but it was a weird video because I also didn't really expect a championship in year 2. So, it played itself out probably the best way it could have after Kyrie Irving leaving with a championship, and honestly, I'll take it. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up the Nets rebuild. Nets fans, I hope you're kind of happy with the product I gave you. But it's a weird team, and not honestly one that I'm like super proud of, but like it's one that got a championship. So I'm kind of torn right now. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. It'd be great. Of course, if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Of course, leave any other video ideas you guys do have down below in the comment section. Other than that, that pretty much wraps this one up. I'm excited to get in some of the My NBA era stuff. Just let me know which one you guys do want to see first. So that's it for today. I hope you guys all had a good weekend. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.